Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. So, as you can see, I've brought Voltmar again, leading the Empire. And look how much detail there is on that wing. So cool. It even says Sigmar on it and everything. So cool. Anyway, gotta love the art in this game. Also, look at all the little texts around it. So, anyway, enough about, how pretty Voltmar's, Sigmar wagon is. Let's talk about make up my army here. So, I've got a front line of flagellants to break the charge, because I'm against Chaos, and they're always going to have a powerful charge. And I'd rather spare my greatswords from that. So, I'd rather just an unbreakable unit take it, and, because they don't care. They really don't. So, then I can follow it up with my greatsword, do a lot of damage, hopefully. And, so that's my plan there. So, fairly cheap, front line. And honestly, once the greatswords are intermingled with here, the flagellants will actually perform pretty well against a lot of the Chaos units, especially like Marauders and things. They'll do really well. So yeah, so I think that's quite fun. I didn't bring any Spearmen though, which is what I'm worried about, because the only anti-large I have are the 2 Demigryph Knights with halberds. Very good anti-large, but that's all I've got. Also, so obviously you see the greatswords as well, and I've also got the Jade Wizard as well, just with Earthblood and Regrowth. So that's all I've got. Voltmar, he's got everything. He's got every single battle prayer, and he's got the Jade Griffin. So he's pretty decked out. So yeah, so if we look at his army, right, on one side here, he's got the Chaos Warhounds of Poison. He's got a Chaos Sorcerer of Death. He's got a front line of Forsaken, which is pretty formidable. Good, I've got Flagellants getting away with that. That's good. And he's got some Aspiring Champions, keeping everyone, inspired. He's got a couple of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, and a couple of Chaos Warriors with halberds. So obviously all these back guys have got great armor piercing, so they'll do well against my great swords. To be honest, the Forsaken will do pretty well against great swords too. But he's also got the great anti-large with the halberd. So if he gets them on my Demigryphs, then the Demigryphs are going to have a really bad day. But they're very expensive units, so you can't have that many. Also, he's got a Shaggoth, and he's brought Kolak. So yeah, he's going to have to run straight through my lines. Which makes Voltmar very vulnerable. So I'm gonna speed things up now, because alright, I should have sped things up a bit earlier, because yeah, got quite a way to walk. At first it looked like he wasn't coming to me, so I started my guys walking, because I don't want to get them tired approaching him, because I'm not going to do that. But he starts meeting me halfway, so that's good. So he starts walking up as well. So both being fairly cautious here. Because, there's clearly a lot of things that he'd be afraid of in this army, and, likewise. So, here, though, he comes in, very cleverly, Fate of Boona, straight away. Thing is, he doesn't have the greatswords. I don't know if he meant to, or if he meant to click the Demigryphs while they were there, but I think he did mean to go straight for the greatswords. And it does do a ton of damage to greatswords, but they're not as expensive. Maybe he just wanted to shatter my line quicker, so he could wrap everything else up with Kolak and the Shaggoth, but, yeah, I'm not so sure that was the best idea. So it does actually kill a couple of models before I put on a regrowth. So yeah, so trying to heal through that a bit, and get them in better fighting condition when they hit the front line. Because yeah, I don't want my line to crumble. I want them to keep fighting, because I know Forsaken can do a lot of damage against a lot of things. And yeah, with a very heavily armoured second line, yeah, it's gonna be tough. So so yeah, they're healed up a fair bit from that, but not the best thing in the world. Here, though, Voltmar basically charges straight through, because he's Voltmar, and that's what Voltmar does. But, luckily, maybe luckily, he doesn't go for me with Kolak, or the Shaggoth, but he does charge them both straight into my Jade Wizard. So, that's a problem. But yeah, so I come in here with the back here with the Demigryphs, because I realise I've got time before these guys can catch up. And I was kind of praying that they'd break quick enough for me to run through, before the halberds got here. And they did, so they got through. And now I've got one lot of Demigryphs chasing down Kolak. You can see he's taking a ton of damage already. My Jade Wizard's back. Right, so I'm trying to get him out of here and get an Earthblood down to heal up this line again. So I've got a lot of healing on a lot of guys here. Flagellants have been, pretty decimated here. But they're going to keep fighting to the last man, so that's good. So unfortunately Jade was gone again. But now I've got a unit of Demigryph with halberds on each of his large units. And this is exactly what I want my Demigryph Knights to be used for. And he's got no backup, he doesn't have the halberds on me. And in this engage, my greatswords are going to win out against the halberds. So that's good news. So he comes in with another Fate of Boona on my greatswords. I hit with a banishment, unfortunately it goes the wrong way, but it does do a fair bit of damage before it goes off. It's a very damaging spell. So you can see that. Like, that is pretty formidable. So it's coming back in again now, and it is doing sick damage to those guys. And now Kolak's trying to run away, so I'm getting one unit of Demigryphs on him. Got another unit, actually I've got both of them just chasing at the moment. So straight through the halberds, unfortunately, but you know, needs must. So this side, not doing particularly well, but they're holding out. Get another Earthblood on them, because my Life Wizard came back. Unfortunately, though, now he's being chased by hounds, and he's not going to be able to escape that, and I have no backup for him. So, yeah, that Jade Wizard's going to be gone soon. So that's a bit annoying. So his front line crumbles in the middle, so that's really good news. So yeah, some guys routing here. His Sorcerer took some damage as well at some point. But here, so I've got Demigryph Knights on his Shaggoth, with some backup and great swords and things, but they will take a lot of damage from the Shaggoth. But, you know, the Shaggoth costs another 500 quid more than the Demigryphs, so that's still good value for money if they can take him out. Over in the distance, you can see you've got the Demigryph Knights chasing Kolek. He does come back, but he's going to take a charge. He's going to go again very soon. Unfortunately, another Spirit Leech on Voltmar, so he's trying to whittle him down now that he's got rid of my Jade Wizard. Who, yeah, there's no coming back. He's not coming back, is he? Oh, he's not shouted yet, but yeah, that'll come back. So I get a nice, another, you know, bombardment on these guys. The Grand Soulfire, isn't it? So now Kolek's gone, so that's really good. He's going to get chased off the map, and I'll turn around and take out those Forsaken pretty well. But my god, those Forsaken are good at keeping pace. How are they keeping pace, the Demigryphs? Unbelievable. They're very nippy. So that Shaggoth's still going, and now he's just charging straight through my lines, trying to do as much damage to Voltmar as possible, which is a good idea. Unfortunately, though, those hounds will manage to wrap up my Demigryphs there, which is a real shame. I think they do come back, though. Yeah, because he tries to get his Warhounds on the rest of my army, so they will come back. But now, though, you can see, you know, Voltmar's taking so much damage from this guy, but we do take out the Shaggoth, and then he rolls over and almost crushes Voltmar, which is not good. Not good at all. But you can see, you know, the infantry line, it is going in my favour. I think he was a bit slow to get his second line in, which I often do sometimes. You know, you charge everyone in, you're busy microing, you know, your heroes and stuff, and sometimes it just doesn't pan out. So here, use another banishment, do another load of damage against these guys. I really do like that spell. Like, Vortexes are always a bit unreliable, but that does so much damage when it actually hits. It's really good. And it's free, it doesn't cost any winter magic. So that's really fun. So I managed to chase off his Chaos Sorcerer, so that's good news. And now I'm trying to regroup a little bit into the middle. Because, yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening here. So, yeah, so I try and get, now I've got my other Demigryphs back from the back, so I'm going to charge them in. I'm charging these other Demigryphs into his Chaos Sorcerer. They'll be able to take him out really easily. So, yeah, so I'm going to start chasing him down. Now it's basically just these halberds I've got to worry about. Everything else, so low leadership. If I wipe out this unit, army loss is going to take everybody. I really can't see them putting up much of a fight after that. So, coming again with Voltmar, another Grand Soulfire. So, more bombardment. They're terrified, which is awesome. I didn't realise that Voltmar caused terror, but he does. I don't know if you can see it down there. I certainly can't. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he caused fear and terror. So, that's pretty huge. That really helps. That really helps, you know, terrifying people away. But quite amazing that I managed to terrify those away, because, yeah, Chaos Warriors got pretty damn good leadership. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. So, you know, I won, but it was definitely Pyrrhic. You can see there, only 150 guys left, which is absolutely terrifying. But I managed to, you know, take out Kolek, the Shaggoth. You can see the Shaggoth got a lot of kills, 68 kills. Oof. And all that was charging through my greatsword at the beginning, I think. But you can see the Hounds, they didn't do a huge amount in terms of kills, but they were very useful. They managed to finish off my Life Wizard, you know. They managed to get him out of the fight, and that was a big deal, because he was wasting really expensive guys trying to chase down the Life Wizard. So the fact that he managed to chase him out enough just to throw hounds at him and not have to worry, that was really good. Also, he managed to get the hounds on my Demigryphs, which really slowed them down, stopped them being able to get in the fight again. So, you know, really useful, really useful. Pardon me. You can see, so Forsaken, they did pretty well, but, I mean, they didn't do much better than the Flagellants, unit for unit. Alright, some of them got like twice as much. But still, these are a lot more expensive, and, you know, these took the brunt of the charge, and these guys have ferocious charge. So my Flagellants did their job, absolutely. The fact they got that many kills is really good, I think. You know, they really help mop people up, and they help take damage away, you know, from attacks that would have hit my greatswords. So my greatswords were able to do a lot of damage. So you see, over 100 kills with him. Really good, really good. His Armoured Core, though, didn't do as well as his Forsaken, actually. Slightly worse. The Halberds really didn't perform as well as they could have done. But then they should have really... he should have tried to bait, you know, my Demigryphs into them. But yeah, he didn't. He followed up quite slowly on the flanks, you know, with these guys. So I'd already got rid of the Forsaken by the time they joined the fight. You know, so I couldn't have recharged that unit of Forsaken. I don't know, is that one, per se? Probably that one that's knackered. Didn't get a huge amount of kills. But yeah, I was able to wrap them up with a rear charge, Obviously, if you had the halberds in there, I would not have risked sending my demigriffs into that fight, you know. That would have been really, you know, been a bold move, to say the least. So, you know, it's pretty interesting. Also, he didn't protect Kolek enough. You know, he just got chased down by my demigriffs, and so he wasn't able to capitalise on it, because Kolek is such a beast. He could do so much damage. And, you know, the, what's it called? I want to say Storm of Chaos. The Lord of the Storm. You know, the big lightning attack he's got. That is so devastating to a front line, you know? He could have dropped it on a unit of greatswords and, you know, taken like a third of the health off easily. So, yeah, it's a shame he didn't get a chance to use that, because, yeah, I just didn't let him. I didn't let him, you know, I didn't let him do much before I took him out. So that was really good for me. So yeah, shame though. I think he would have actually done a lot better if instead of going for my Jade Wizard, although it's good to get rid of the healer early, I think he would have done so much better if he charged Voltmar. Right? Because Voltmar could not have stood up against Kolek and a Shaggoth, you know? And, you know, I would have thrown the Demigriffs in there trying to help him, but that would have been tough. That would have been really hard for me, even being able to heal him with the Jade Wizard. I'm not sure he would have survived if he'd just gone, you know, all in on Voltmar. And once Voltmar had died, I think from the like initial charge from the Forsaken and everything, I would have taken so much damage that initial charge that my greatswords would have started running. He could have easily taken out the Flagellants. And, yeah, and then my Jade Wizard would have been completely, you know, there wouldn't have been much he could do there. And he'd be able to just basically play a bit more defensively and hide Kolek behind his halberd, so my Demigriff Knights would become absolutely useless. So, you know, I think he could have gone for Voltmar, because Voltmar is a bit squishy. He is a bit squishy. He does regenerate and stuff, but, you know, sort of burst damage on him, he cannot shrug it off very well. So I think that would have been a better idea. Although it's always good to get rid of a healer nice and early, I think he could have taken out Voltmar easier and quicker. So I think that would have been really useful. Because, you know, Voltmar did well. 93 kills. You know, it's pretty good. So, yeah, so that's what I reckon. Probably gone on long enough now. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who has so far. It's been really good. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys.